What's going on, guys? Michael with MMA Island. We got the fight picks. We're back. Us four again. Thankfully. The first fight of the night is a very good fight in the bantamweight division. Chris Gutierrez versus Cody Durden. I'm gonna pass it on to Zach to start off his pick for this one.
All right, I guess we don't have an order, so I'll go first. And I just want to shout out that Chris Gutierrez, if that name doesn't ring a bell, is the guy who fought on the Woodley Burns card who got a TKO via leg kicks. That's something that is very interesting. And his opponent, Cody Durden, is a very odd case. This guy from Georgia, training out of ATT. And I was watching tape on him. I was like, okay, here's a fight. I'll check this out. Wait a second. This is a boxing fight. And then a kickboxing fight. And then MMA. But this guy's a primary wrestler. So he has a lot of experience. He's fought in boxing, exhibition boxing, kickboxing, and MMA fights. And that means his game is very well-rounded. He has a very explosive takedown game. He knocked out one of his opponents with a slam. So that's always something interesting to see. But what Gutierrez does really well is that he's such a technical, sharp striker. That is what he is so good at. And now that we know his leg kick, we never knew that they were that good. But now that we know that his leg kicks are sharp and fast, we know that that's going to set up a lot of his combos. Because once you start kicking an opponent's calf, specifically calf, when I mentioned leg kicks, I'm talking about calf kicks. When you do that, you set off the movement, and they're not going to be able to move as well. So Chris Gutierrez is going to land all night. I think he's going to win a decision, if not a late finish.
Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head with this one. Chris Gutierrez, he's been a great striker throughout his career. You mentioned how we didn't really know about his leg kicks, but this last fight against Morales was his second time finishing by leg kicks in just the last 2 years. So this dude is a very, very technical striker, a very powerful striker. And this is one thing that I've noticed is a trend throughout the card. Gutierrez is actually younger with more experience against tougher opponents. He looked amazing his last fight. Like Durden has a lot of wins against guys who either don't have pro wins, have more losses than wins, or are sitting dead on at 500. The guys that Durden has beat aren't really on the level of competition that Gutierrez has beat, and that Gutierrez is as well. Both of these guys have been finished once, only once. Both have been submitted. Gutierrez is finished by a guy who's 15-1. Durden was finished by a guy who's 12-13.
Wow.
Raoni Barcelos, dark horse of the bantamweight division, not a win. Definitely. A win you can just not blame him for at all.
Exactly. So when you're kind of balancing those two, sure, it's one fight. But if you're balancing that level of competition, you definitely got to put that into play. I just think Gutierrez being younger, fighting the tougher opponents, I don't really think there's a way you could pick against him in this one. The UFC calculator has this one very, very close. However, so it's at a 51.3% chance for Gutierrez. I personally am putting it a lot higher. I think Gutierrez just smokes him. But hey, maybe Durden can prove me wrong, and maybe Slick or Atticus can prove me wrong in this one. I'll pass it on to them.
What are you thinking, Atticus? Yeah, so I'm in the same boat as you two. I was looking at their records. Well, Gutierrez, this is his fourth fight in UFC, correct? Fourth, I think.
Fifth, I believe.
Fifth.
Yeah, he lost one, but won 3 straight.
Yeah, exactly. So like he's been very impressive in his UFC. I mean, that's pretty good UFC stint so far. He's definitely fought the better competition. Yeah, no, I think this should be. I don't want to say a cakewalk, but I think he should get a unanimous decision relatively with not too much difficulty.
Yeah, we're 4 for 4 on this one. I got to take my Texas boy, Chris Gutierrez. He's fighting out of Factory X, which is a good place. I think that he's going to be able to keep the fight where he wants it, and it's going to stay on the feet, and he's the better fighter there. I got to take my boy El Guapo, and I do also think it's going to go to a decision.
Well, yeah, I didn't give my my pick for the finish, but I will give it a finish. I'll say he gets a knockout in the second round. I got Gutierrez on this one.
That feels right.
Gutierrez on this one. Anyone here or anyone watching this, if you guys got Durden winning this one, let us know in the comments. You could look like a real smart dude, and let us know if you support us in the decision. You got Gutierrez as well. Just point is, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Show your support. We appreciate you guys watching this one, and take it easy.